Hello everybody, it's Steve, and instead of putting out part 21 of my Stag Mining Group video, I actually wanted to go over the new content update that was dropped pretty surprisingly on December 7th. I'm recording this around lunchtime on the 7th. I already pre-recorded part 21 of the video of the series, so what we'll be seeing beyond that will be a little bit different than what we'll be seeing in this. Overall, with this game, I am still incredibly frustrated with really just the lack of responses in this, and it took a very long time for them to actually get this done. Let me actually go back real quick one page. It took a month for them to do between content patch number 1 and content update number 2. So let's go ahead. We'll look into this update number 2. Very much like the last one, if you just want to set the phone down, set your device down, turn up the volume, go do what you need to do. I'm just going to be reading through a bit of this as well. For the main focus on the second one, they're focusing on making the underground and asteroids more beneficial for your main colony and build further upon the improvements of Merbold Part 1. Don't recognize that one at all. We also have some Buried Wonder upgrades. I think I only found the Bottomless Pit. I was looking around, apparently there are 3 underground wonders. Buried Wonder has a new upgrade or building they unlock which benefits your entire colony, surface, underground, and asteroids. The story of each Buried Wonder is also extended to include these upgrades. So if you'd already gotten to one of those upgrades or one of these wonders, then you'd already get that. Players that already partially completed Buried Wonder events still get access to these things. There are rare anomalies now, special anomalies that can be found throughout the underground, which give you a choice between multiple powerful rewards. 6 new breakthrough technologies that could be added on the surface, underground, and on asteroids. 2 new commando profiles, the Spelunker and the Space Miner. The Spelunker, and I'm going to say it like that because I can, gives easier access to the underground and makes colonists regain sanity while in the underground instead of losing sanity. The Space Miner has an easier time getting to asteroids. Both of these sound pretty dang good, but again, I'm just really disappointed with how Below and Beyond has done so far. So when I get back into it, I may do one of these things, probably the Space Miner one, if anything, just because I want to try to do more with the asteroids. But again, underground and asteroids not really doing it for me right now. Gameplay improvements. Edit both sides of the cargo UI and the cargo elevator UI. You can now set requests or minimums for both sides of the elevator in the same screen. You no longer have to first switch maps to configure the other side. Very helpful when doing this. The cargo UI shows an explanation on how auto mode works for asteroid landers in the elevator. Very helpful. Waste rock can now be transported. When the hell was it not? Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Because that was an issue long before this, where you could set up a waste rock depot and only wanted to have 5 or 10 waste rock in it, but it would just fill up and nothing would get moved from it. The truly Universal Depot. The Universal Depot now includes the DLC resources, depending on which DLCs you have, seeds if you have the Green Planet, and exotic minerals if you have Below and Beyond. That one's a little bit helpful, because until this point we didn't really have those upgrades. You'd have to do a Universal Depot and then a seed depot next to it. And now with Below and Beyond, you have the exotic minerals as well. Asteroid landers now visibly take off when they automatically launch at the very last second when an asteroid goes out of range. Change the recon and expansion tech tree order. Underground domes in the recon center are unlocked earlier, while the drone hub extender is unlocked later. Rovers and drones loaded into the lander rocket drop any resources they were still carrying. That's kind of unfortunate. And tunnels, wonder, and food mystery depots can no longer be refabbed. Don't know what those mean, but okay. And added a specific asteroid-specific scene for the RC Dozer. Alright. Balance changes on the asteroids. Greatly increases resources found on asteroids. That's probably because nobody's been going to the asteroids. You saw my gameplay. It took me so bloody long to get there, and I freaking hated it. 2 bars guarantees resources are present. 1 bar guarantees water, minerals, and exotic minerals. Added metals to C-type asteroids, just 1 bar for that. Reduced recon center maintenance from 4 electronics down to 1, very helpful. Increase the odds of a recon center finding an asteroid, especially while you have no asteroids. Decrease the odds of recon discovery events, and each event can only occur once. Yeah, how many times did I get the fast radio burst? The Oort cloud? How many things did I get that just kept repeating over and over? And I will bitch about this more in Thursday's video. Generic discoveries from the Recon Center now reward research progress. That's kind of good. Reduced asteroid lander price. I'm going to guess this down to $1 billion instead of $1.5 billion. Slightly increase asteroid lander cargo capacity. Greatly increase the cargo module upgrade cargo bonus. Increase polymer in the default asteroid lander loadout. Highly increase resource extraction with the Micro G mining station with colonists. Reduce maintenance frequency for Micro G buildings and electrolyzer. Reduce power consumption for the Micro G auto extractor, water extractor, electrolyzer, and mini Micro G habitat, and increase space residence of the Micro G habitat. This right here is telling me that they're not getting the response that they wanted from the players, and very few people are actually, very few players are sending their colonists up to asteroids. They're just doing the Micro G extractor. They're not players are not seeing a benefit with sending people up to the asteroids. And I think this is what they're trying to do, is they're trying to push the players to do this a little bit more, to play the game the way they intended it when they developed it. In the underground, increased resource nodes in the underground. They want more people to be playing underground, more stuff going in there. Increase the Buried Wonder research costs, reduce maintenance costs to the Buried Wonders, change maintenance cost of the support strut to metals instead of exotic minerals. That's kind of helpful, but again, I've done none of that in this playthrough so far. Farms can no longer be built in the underground, but fungal farms can now be built in the underground. What the hell were they thinking? 2 months post-launch, and they're finally fixing this little glitch. Increased food production for fungal farms. I'm guessing that's only in the underground, and slightly increased sanity benefit of psych studies. These balance changes for the asteroids in the underground right here, this just tells me that they're not getting, again, it's what it is with the asteroids. Their desired effect for this game was to have players do these things a little bit more, to go into the underground and build a base in the underground, to build this big thing in the asteroids that are going by Mars. And players aren't doing it. With this change, they're actually trying to say, okay, let's actually get people in those areas, so we can have people do this game the way that we want them to play this game. A shitload of bug fixes here. Look at this. That is, let's see. That's a page and a half just with fixes in this. So I'll go ahead, fixed the following. The lander rocket having the status not enough fuel. It says full, by the way, even when the tank is full. Fixed fuel filling the lander rocket resetting to 0 when editing the payload. Micro G mining buildings not taking resource grade into account. Really? That's an issue that you guys had with this? Jesus Christ. We paid for an alpha. Everybody who bought Below and Beyond bought an alpha version of this. This should have been tested and tested and tested. I don't know which big YouTubers got to do the playtest on this and got to do the sponsored content for this. These things should have been fixed before it landed in our hands, and if anything, Below and Beyond should have been released right around this time. 2 months just to fix all these things and then say, hey folks, we've got a lot of these glitches set out. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, here's a DLC. Also fixed. MDS workers not working if the player is on another map. Yep, I've had that happen. Fixed. Cargo rocket can't land during dust storms. Warning showing for on asteroids for landers in orbit. Fixed. Cargo rockets duplicating if they're sent on an expedition and the launch is cancelled. Would have loved to have having that. Cave-ins spawning on walls. Cave-ins spawning at the same angle so that the player sees the pattern. Cave-ins disappearing when canceling the clear operation using the RC dozer. Colonists having the wrong group label when transported to another map. Drones getting stuck on the bottomless pit after the bottomless pit lab is salvaged. Freezing when the underground Marsquake is occurring during the mid and late game stage. Colonist and tourism top bar tooltip defining colonist as stored. The bottom textures of a dome not remaining after prefabbing. The exotic minerals icon not showing in the production tab for the asteroid's extractors. Underground domes not changing color when changing building colors. Cave-ins falling on buried wonders and becoming unremovable. Fix the signs of organic matter event becoming blocked if another asteroid goes out of range. Colonists suffocating when a rocket returns from the covert ops and lands. Really? Earthsick colonists losing their Earthsick status from getting sent to another asteroid. That actually would have been a cool little trick to use. Uneven terrain blocking rovers in the underground. Fix the bottomless pit. The pit experiment requirements. Event checking only the nearest dumping site. Okay. The RC Explorer and elevator building appearing in different places in the underground through the same underground entrance. Colonists/tourists occasionally teleporting away from the elevator when using auto mode, causing colonists to suffocate. Fix the screen freeze when pressing the tab button while switching to another map. RC Explorer not being able to reach a specific anomaly in the underground map. The bonus from the Stirling generator fault event not applying to the underground. The Buried Wonder log not being able to close for the second time if optional tasks were completed after the main ones. The bottom rock asset emerging when a player makes a ramp over the asteroid's pit in the donut-shaped map. It's not a donut shape, it's an anus. It's a giant anus, and what we got to deal with. Elevator's auto mode, duplicating the requests of objects, notifications from the recon center appearing in the underground map. The hunger rule, disabling food transport for elevator and lander rockets. Really? If you had hunger playing, you couldn't even transport food to the underground until 2 months post-launch. The second anomaly in the bottomless pit event chain not reappearing if the requirements haven't been met. The Astrogeologist Commander Profile Extractor production bonus not applying to asteroids extractors. Are you goddamn kidding me? I am playing as the Astrogeologist. What the hell? Fix the elevator malfunction event, being able to be bypassed by turning the elevator on or off or through a regular malfunction. Save screenshot missing in load game in Mac and Linux, salvaging the bottomless pit research center, breaking drone's route. Fixed asteroid extractor, still extracting a large number of resources. If the breakthrough Nona refinement is research, that's supposed to say nano. Fixed a drone making one extra unnecessary move when repairing the elevator. Rovers and buildings research with the global support breakthrough not being added to the cargo lists. That I think is a breakthrough for the asteroid mining. Drones assigned to the malfunction elevator not being able to deliver resources while trying to repair the elevator. Lander rocket being able to take off during dust storms when using depart now. That would have been helpful. Fixed requested drones not departing from the lander rocket if they were assigned to a requested RC commander. Fixed drones assigned to RC commander being reassigned to the command centers from the surface map after being transported to the underground. Temporary anomalies appearing in unreachable places in the underground with the mystery Metatron active, and the lander rocket occasionally getting a waiting for maintenance status after a request but being able to return to Mars if the asteroid goes out of range. More known issues. If the performance center of the recon center is below 86, it does not contribute recon progress or help with asteroid discoveries. And yeah, Rainier Dash is absolutely correct. The DLC is very negative. You guys fucked up. Anything for disaster? People asking about that. Does it change compatible with saves? Just want to make sure. Kami-sama, I'm gonna guess is maybe a dev, or I'm not sure if they're actually working for Paradox or not, but major wiki contributor, big fan, saying at least they're working on it. Does this update also fix the game freezing and crashing every save on the PS5 after about 500 soils? It just won't save anymore. Peter34, yep, they're trying to unfuck it, but again, I'm probably just going to walk away until this is un-effed. We cannot... Oh, this is actually a dev here. We cannot be sure if the issue has been completely fixed. However, an issue is identified with the autosave system and it may rectify the problem. If you continue to experience this issue, please report it again in the forums. I'd also recommend exporting your save game to USB, zip it up and attach it in the bug report. It'll greatly help us identify what's happening. So yeah, they've done a lot, but I think I'm still going to be just a little hands-off after I finish up this playthrough, just because of all of this that's going on here. What do you think? Is this enough to salvage this game? Is this enough to undo all the mistakes that Abstraction has done with this? Let me know in the comments section. That's going to wrap it up, though. I'm recording this during my lunch break. I'm kind of hungry, and I do want to play a little bit with my daughter before I go back to work. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and all the videos that come out on this channel. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.